Hi guys, this is a tutorial video to help you with your Unit 3 writing assignment. So the first thing we're going to do is graph the following line on a coordinate plane. So we know that our first step in graphing is going to be to graph our y-intercept, which is -2. So I'm going to come down here to -2 and plot my point. And then I'm going to use my slope to find the next point. And slope is the number in front of x. So it is -2/3. So what I'm going to do is go down 2 to the right 3 and plot my point. Another thing I could do is go up 2 and to the left 3 and plot a point here. And then I'm going to draw myself a line that connects those. So remember, slope is rise over run. Alrighty, and then the second part of your Unit 3 has a real world scenario, so I've come up with another one for you here. The question is asking what the x-intercept and y-intercept represents. So a lot of you told me just what the x-axis and the y-axis represents. So some of you said, like, you would say, oh, x represents time. Well, the x-axis, yes, does represent time, but I want to know specifically what the x-intercept represents and the y-intercept. Okay, so let's go ahead and read our graph. This is referring to an elevator ride. So it's saying down here on the bottom is time in seconds, and over here is the y-axis is the floor numbers. Okay, so this is saying, all right, we're going to start on floor 20, okay, and we're going to go down. So to go from floor 20 to floor 0, okay, this is B when we're on ground level, would take us 20 seconds. So the x-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis, so that's at the number 20. So I know that represents 20 seconds. So it means that after 20 seconds, the elevator is on the ground floor, or floor 0. All right, so then we want to talk about, well, what is the y-intercept? Well, the y-intercept I'm going to circle in red. Okay, that's at 20. So that is saying that the elevator starts on floor 20. Okay, and then another thing, this will be really helpful for you on your Unit 4, but if we were talking about the slope in this situation, okay, that means I would go down, this slope looks like down 2 to the right 2, okay, because these are going by 2s. So my slope is 1/1, or just 1. So that means I go the rate. Okay, remember, slope is another word for rate. The rate is 1 floor per second, right? I went down 1 floor for every 1 second. Okay, so that will be helpful for you on your Unit 4 writing assignment, which is what we're going to talk about next. So our Unit 4 writing assignment, if you need help on the graphing of the Unit 4 writing assignment, that was this page here at the top. Okay, so let's talk about the slide number. It'll be number 2 on your writing assignment. So Jimmy earns $227.50 for 26 hours of work. Write an equation that represents this situation where y is the amount earned and x is the hours worked. So we all know we're always going to have y equals. Okay, and so what I need to do is take this $227.50 and I'm going to divide it by 26. Okay, and so I'm going to get 8.75. So that means Jimmy is going to earn $8.75 per hour. Okay, so my scenario, or my equation that represents the scenario, is y equals 8.75x. And this is a direct variation, so this is going to help you on the 4th page of your Unit 4 writing assignment. Why is this a direct variation? Well, because it's going to go through the origin. So if it doesn't have a y-intercept written out like -2 or +2, okay, if it's just y equals some constant, your slope, times x, and that's it, that means it is a direct variation. If you were to have y equals 8.75x, and maybe he got a signing bonus of $10, because I have this +10, it would no longer be a direct variation, okay? So let's look at B. If Jimmy earns $122.50, how many hours did he work? So we're looking for X. So what I'm going to do is I know he earned, Y is the amount earned. So I'm going to put 122.5 in for Y. I know he's always going to earn $8.75 per hour, and now I just need to figure out how many hours. So all I'm going to do is divide by 8.75, and that's going to tell me that he has worked 14 hours. Okay, so that means Jimmy worked 14 hours. All right, and then lastly, Jimmy works for 48 hours. So how much will he earn? We're looking for Y. We know that our equation is Y equals 8.75x. So X is the number of hours. We know he worked for 48 hours. Okay, so what we're going to do is do 8.75x times 48. And that's going to tell us that he made $420 working for 48 hours. Okay. Alrighty, I hope this was helpful.